Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and today I'm making a soap called Mango Lime Sublime. I really do like the combination of a fruit scent combined with lime and my extra little secret extra note. I think it really makes a great fragrance. And I'm going to have another color tutorial, nothing too complicated. It's called a triad color scheme. It's really close to the idea of a complementary color scheme, and I'll show you how that works. And let's get started. Okay, the color scheme that I'm going to be using for this is a triad, and it's hard to talk about it on the color wheel with all those colors showing. If you did pick up a color wheel, you'll see maybe a diagram of an equilateral triangle like that. And what it is actually doing is it's pointing to the color that you choose on this, so you can rotate it and form different triadic color schemes. So I'm going to pick purple, orange, and green, and to help you see that a little more, I've made these little stickies to cover up what I'm not using. Okay, so now you can basically see the three colors I'm going to use. This one, this one, this one. And just like when you have two colors and you're doing a complementary color scheme and you get a lot of contrast because you're using colors on the opposite side of the color wheel, this is the next best thing that you can do with three colors because they're as far away from each other as you can make them on the color wheel. So the only problem is, for this soap I want some things to be subtle and some things to be strong. If I used a deep purple, a deep green, and a deep orange, I'd get a very different feel than what I really want in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a green and I'm going to make it into a pastel with too much white. Just about like this. Maybe a little lighter. So there's a pastel of green instead of having that very strong green. And instead of having a very strong orange like this, or basically a red orange in this case. I know mangoes can be that color, but for the purposes of this soap, I don't want it to be quite as bright. So again, I'm going to add some white to the mix to make it equally matched in value to this green, which means that if you saw this in black and white, they would be almost the same kind of green. So just about like that. So now they're more evenly matched and toned down a bit. I'm also going to use a pure white, but I'm going to spice this up again because I'm making a Sublime soap, and my Sublime soaps always have purple in them. Purple is going to be my one accent color, and I'm only going to use it on top. Usually accents, you just use a little bit of it. So that's, gosh, it looks almost black, but that's what I want as a drizzle on top of the soap. And I think that'll add some punch to the soap. So that's the color scheme, basically. A triad of colors, and I'm using green, the orange, and the purple, and white is a neutral, so it's almost like you can pick any neutral you want to go with your colors, and we'll see how that works. Let's get on with the soap making. Okay, I'm just going to speed through the mixing part this time because you've seen it so many times before. Okay, so I have my colors poured into my batter. Let me start with the white. And here's the orange. It's a major part of my batter. I'll give that more of a mix after I get my fragrance in there. Except I'm not very happy with that green. Green it up a little bit more. It's a little bit better. What I don't like about it is it's a little more pastel than I wanted, but at this point it's going to have to do because I don't want to have a bunch of colorant in there. Okay, let's get the fragrance in there. And the green, white, and the orange. And the white. Okay, I think we're ready to pour. Let me wipe this down and move the camera for you. Okay, so as I said before, the major color in this is the orange. So let's get that in there. I'm just scraping it all in right now. Let's pop a little bubble or two. That looks good. There's a little bit of ricing taking place, and I have time to blend it, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, that looks better. And let's see, how am I going to do this? I am going to pour it in a circle. Far away and then up close. I want to make sure all the bars have some of this in there. And then the green looks like it's pretty good, so I'll just stir that down. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to help this along a little bit by giving it a stir. And lastly, I'm going to have a little purple drizzle. As you know, when I do my Sublime soaps, I always have a little purple in it. You've seen me do orange, green, and purple soaps before, but this one looks different because the purple is just such a saturated color, and the green has it's really a pastel as well as the orange. Let me clean up the sides. And that's it. So the white did rice a little bit more, but I think it added an interesting effect. So we'll see what that looks like after we unmold it. Let's get this in there. Okay, let's see what it looks like as I unmold it. Okay, let's unmold this. Usually comes out pretty easily for me, just like that. The rest will probably just pull out when I lift it. Yep. So probably do this pretty quickly. So I'll get some of these out of the mold, and then I'll pull the dividers out. And I did put some glitter on the top. This is about the time I take a divider out. Nice swirls. Turn this whole thing upside down if I can. I can't even turn it upside down without these falling right out. This has a little kind of fuzzy texture to the white area because of the ricing that happened with the white portion, but it was pretty consistent. That way I can live with it. Didn't just do it arbitrarily, and it almost looks planned. And it smells wonderful. Okay, 2 more and it's all unmolded. It heated up just a little bit, which causes the soap to sweat a bit, and then it just slips right out of the mold. Okay, so this is Mango Lime Sublime, and this is one of the bars I'm holding right now. Thanks for watching. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and please visit vibrantsoap.com and tell me what you think. Okay, see you later. Bye.